Levi Ackerman. Now, he could be argued green flag, definitely baggage tier, but he best fits here for me.
A walking red flag, but I'm colorblind.
I mean, as great as Levi is, tragedy follows him everywhere, seemingly.
Yeah.
Plus, he's a snack-sized weapon of mass destruction.
True.
But you know what? I can deal with all that because it's Levi.
Exactly.
To be honest, though, the most toxic thing about Levi is that he's not real. Like,
Whoa.
come on,
Whoa,
man.
whoa.
Selfish. How dare he be an animated character?
You think he's not real? I'll think what I want.
Okay. Floch he's a little bit crazy. I think that's fair to say. He's a little extreme. I feel like if you went on a date with Floch, like he'd dish out his questionable political views very quickly.
Yeah.
It's like a conversation opener.
And if you disagree with him, he's not going to accept that. And that's where the crazy comes out.
Yeah, he'd disrespect you for sure.
Yeah.
Chad Aaron may be the one who initiated the rumbling, but he also has a 10-pack and cool hair, so I think,
We just have to put him there.
does this make it okay?
No.
Are we gonna fawn over his look still?
Yes.
Out of all the variants, I feel like Chad Aaron fits best here. I mean, the internet's unified lust is enough reason to place him here, if you ask me. He could definitely go in the insane tier, though, but I'm saving that spot for someone else.
Someone very special.
Marco bringing us back down to earth. He's our first green flag and probably the front runner for this tier.
Okay.
He's just a good guy who deserved a lot better.
Yeah, and if I'm to imagine a green flag, then Marco's it.
Yeah, I feel like he'd support you through thick and thin, and when things get rough, he'd talk it through, unlike some people. Next up is Erwin, and he's great, but I feel like he's so dedicated to his goals that he wouldn't pay much attention to you.
No.
But you know what? I wouldn't personally care as long as he gave me like a motivational speech every morning.
Yeah, I can't get up for work.
Imagine you have
Erwin.
concerns for your relationship. He's just like, there's no need to fear. Everything in our relationship will be okay. I love you.
Yeah.
It'd be great. So I think it's probably actually better up here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Because like he probably would be neglectful in some ways, but at the same time, it's Erwin.
It's Erwin.
So I think we'd probably accept that and just be happy that he's accepted us. With that said, I feel like Porco can definitely go in the emotionally neglectful tier.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, like he's cool with his people, but he comes across as a jerk most of the time. This is generally based on his interactions with Reiner. Plus, he'd always want to be better than you and be like overly competitive. Like imagine playing Mario Kart with him.
Oh, it'd be game over. You'd have constant arguments, and then you can't beat him. You have to let him win, or else the relationships is never gonna work out.
Yeah, I think so. He also seems like the kind of guy who yells at waiters. We don't like that.
No, we don't like that.
Zeke's a man with questionable world views, but
Whoa.
yeah, well, he's also a hunk though. So
Depends whose side you're on.
yeah, that's true. I mean, he'd be a total bummer to be around. Realistically, he's so pessimistic about the world.
But he can throw a ball. He can catch balls.
If that's what pulls you in.
It does.
Great ball handling skills, what you look for, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't think Zeke would be great in a relationship, but he seems like a casual fling kind of guy. Hence why I put him in this tier.
Yeah, he'll wake up with you the next day and be like, well, good time, but I'm gone.
And if you're okay with that, then
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. It doesn't have to last forever. Nor does the Eldian race. I mean, otherwise, I'd put him in the little bit crazy tier, but I think this works.
Yeah, no, this works well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these characters are interchangeable. Moblit is another green flag. He's a good friend to Hanji, and I think he's pretty well liked across the fan base, even though we don't really remember a lot of the things that he did.
These green flags seem sort of simple. They seem sort of safe.
But is that not what a green flag is?
I guess that's what a green flag is.
They're good guys.
They are good guys.
Yeah, I just wish I remembered more about Moblit. Like, I remember his last moments, and I think that alone is a green flag action right there.
100%. But it's just funny looking at the green flags now and then looking at the red flags and like, why am I more into these red flags? It doesn't make sense.
It's a real problem.
It's a real problem.
Let's hope that this mentality stops at anime. Reiner's got some heavy baggage. He's the king of this tier.
Yeah, he owns all the baggage.
The baggage is filled with guilt, daddy issues, and an identity crisis.
Yep.
But I do know that Reiner is a catch, but I feel like he doesn't need a relationship. He needs a therapist.
He needs a therapist. Maybe after that therapy, he comes out to be one of the best green flags on the list.
Maybe, yeah. Like, yeah, he could be. It's going to take some work.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to put in that work, then, I mean, you might have yourself a great green flag. Niccolo's a pretty caring dude, and he's a cook, so he's hitting some green flags here, but he did try to smack a child.
Oh.
So, I mean, he went a little bit crazy when he found out who killed Sasha, but the only reason why I'm not putting him in the crazy tier is because that child was Gabby.
We won't go into it.
Yeah, she had it coming.
Yeah. We will say nothing more.
John's another character who could be green flag, but I feel like he could also be a bit emotionally neglectful in a relationship. Like he's pretty in tune with his emotions, but he's also like a work in progress.
Yeah, I could see him being neglectful, but near the end,
Yeah, like he's shown that he can develop, so that's why like he probably is a green flag by the end of the show. But
but going through looking at the show as a whole,
he still have to put in work. I feel like he'd like go too far with the insults or like let his pride get in the way when you're in an argument or something and say something he regrets.
Good point.
Yeah, just small stuff like that. So like not like severe, but yeah, you'd have to work through some things. Bertholdt is mostly harmless, but I want to put him in the little bit crazy tier because he's done some pretty radical stuff. And besides his height, his looks can't blind me from the truth. I mean, it's always subjective, but
100% subjective.
Yeah, like he never had his redemption arc like Reiner did.
No.
Like he probably could have, but he got munched by Armin. So I feel like Hobo Eren needs to join Reiner in the baggage tier.
In the baggage? Yeah, he's got a lot of baggage.
The baggage brothers.
The baggage brothers, true.
Like all of Eren's traumas are hiding under the mask that is Hobo Eren.
Yep.
He's baggage incarnate. He's also homeless, jobless, and traumatizes children, so not necessarily husband material. Colt is probably a green flag, but he's got one vice, and that is alcohol.
Oh, yeah, you're true.
Like,
that's a very good point.
He'd be the sweetest boyfriend ever, but you'd always be super nervous when he goes out drinking with the boys.
Yeah, he's never coming back.
Yeah, so he's mostly harmless, but he could end up like naked in a ditch somewhere or with another girl or something.
He could.
But I feel like he's
still mostly harmless.
Yeah, he's fine. Is smart and sweet, but no one can tell me that he doesn't have a little crazy in him.
A little crazy.
But
not literally insane.
No, not quite there, but the way he broke Bertholdt down talking about Annie being tortured or talking to a rock for 4 years or maybe nuking a port.
Yep, that's a little crazy.
He's a little unhinged if you ask me.
He might even be a little crazy just standing by Eren this whole time, but that's also subjective.
That's a good point. Still, best boy though.
Best boy.
Onyankopon is mostly harmless, but I feel like I need to get to know him a little better before I can commit to green flag.
Oh, really? I would have put him green flag. That's what I was thinking, but I think mostly harmless is fair because we really don't know him as well as some of the others.
Yeah, like I want to figure out his intentions.
Yeah.
My only real concern is that I worry he's a bit too smooth with it.
We have to put him mostly harmless because we're on the defense mode.
I think so. He's going to have no trouble pulling in all the ladies, so we got to find out if he's loyal first. You got to put him through some tests.
Yeah.
Like he did betray Marley after all, so Connie's gonna follow suit here. For me, he's mostly harmless. Like
I guess
he's okay. Listen, he's green flag, but he's an idiot. Like in the most like
an idiot.
hilarious way possible. But I feel like he'd be a fun partner, but he's gonna tick you off with his impulsivity.
Yeah.
But like if you can put up with that and you think it's funny, then I mean, go ahead.
I guess so, but it would have put a little bit crazy. He could be a little crazy too.
Yeah, I mean, he did try to get Falco to jump into his mom's mouth,
exactly.
But
he didn't in the end. In the end, he didn't.
I still don't remember much about Furlan. He's probably green flag, but
Furlan.
Well, God.
When you say it like that, Furlan.
Okay, relax. You can't trust a man with a haircut like that, though. It just implies poor judgment, or maybe in this case, a lack of a barber in the underground.
Potentially.
Oh wait, that's not true. You can't say there's no good barber down there when Levi's walking around with that clean undercut.
Exactly. It's actually so clean on Levi.
Cabin Eren, let's put him in green flag because he's meant to represent the ideal of what could have been.
Now green flag's looking a little better.
There we go. Ultimately, though, he's a fantasy, so it's an unrealistic portrayal. But if he did take this path, he'd be a pretty solid green flag, in my opinion. And finally, Path Eren enters his throne, the Mad King of AOT.
Literally insane. Finally, we know who it is.
Yeah, I think like all versions of Eren could go here realistically because of the rumbling. But Path Eren is the one who achieved this reality. Plus, he manipulated his dad and also had his infamous breakdown in the past. He's just like the primary representation of insanity in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree with that. But a little insanity is not so bad.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not so bad. It keeps things interesting.
Well, that's why we put Chad Eren here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like he even self-proclaimed that his mind was messed up.
Yeah.
That's why Path Eren is literally insane. Well, that concludes our list. Tell us where you'd rank these guys in the comments section, and watch these videos for more Attack on Titan content. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.